The moment I would erase. If God gave me one, what is the moment I would erase? Would it be the moment I ventured out of the China exhibit and crossed the crowded street to the venue painted white, like a wedding, at the World's Fair in Knoxville, summer of 1982? Air Supply was preparing to sing All Out of Love, and I stopped in my tracks, seeing you, who I had never met, carrying refreshments. All at once I was so full of love, and for the first time feeling home here on earth, but pretending all the same I did not know you as well as I knew myself, as you made small talk and then scurried past, but could not turn back and smile at me. Or maybe the next year, sitting at the retreat center on my day off, attending the workshop and listening to some teacher in a very small room talk about all the vast stories we had lived, and in you walk, sitting down beside me, something so familiar, and the way I could feel you without touching, and how you found me curious and seemed not to know it was I who had cleaned your room and served you ice cream the night before, having been demoted and divorced from myself through all the ages, and I, who had watched you from the rocking chair as you walked hand in hand with another. Would it be 2 years later in Atlanta, where we would meet again a decade after that? I dream of the scene in slow motion nearly every night, the way some force pulled me like a conveyor belt right to you, then slammed me back into myself with such force I could scarcely sing the songs I loved in that convention hall, standing next to the man I would marry, not knowing I would lie to him, when I could not bear to know the truth of how I was lying to myself about not remembering everything to do with how the decks of time and history were stacked against me every moment of 10,000 years with you. Or further still, the year I was 5, and sitting on the monkey swing, telling Robbie we could not marry each other because someone was waiting for me. Then racing around the house like a mad girl who had lost her way when the rains came pouring down, and all I could remember was 2,000 years ago, slipping in the mud as I made my way back to you, certain you could not turn your back on me when we both stood face to face in the truth of our great love. Had I not told the truth to me and him that day beneath my favorite tree, perhaps then I could have held it all at bay, all the other times and all the years to follow. Was this the moment I would erase if God gave me only one?